Let's take you live to Luanda in Angola. President Droupadi Murmu is being given a ceremonial welcome and guard of honor.
तो आप देख रहे थे अंगोला से राष्ट्रपति द्रौपदी मुर्मू अफ्रीका के दो अफ्रीकी देशों की यात्रा पर हैं और पहले चरण में अंगोला वो पहुंच चुकी हैं। इस दौरान राष्ट्रपति द्रौपदी मुर्मू का भव्य स्वागत किया।
Day 2 of her visit. Now, going by the available itinerary, she has completed her first engagement of the day, that is, of paying a visit to the memorial of Antonio Agostinho Neto. Neto served as the first president of Angola from 1975 to 1979 after having led the popular movement for the liberation of Angola in the war for independence. Right, so that was the latest from Angola. We'll keep you posted on the President's engagements through the day. And if you're just joining us, let me also walk you through the remainder of her engagements later in the afternoon as well. We'll be joined by a correspondent on the ground in just a bit. Now, after the ceremonial welcome and guard of honor, the President will be holding a tete-a-tete with her Angolan counterpart, followed by delegation-level talks, signing of agreements and joint press statements in that order. Right, so we are staying on these live visuals coming to you from Luanda in Angola. Remember, the President is on a 4-day visit to the southwestern African country. The country of Angola is a former Portuguese colony. It was liberated after a war of independence that it fought against the colonial rulers, and since then we've seen Angola prosper and becoming a developing nation with vast resources in energy, and India will be looking to tap into those areas of cooperation during the President's talks in Luanda. Remember, as I mentioned, she's just moments away from holding a tete-a-tete with her Angolan counterpart, followed by delegation level talks, signing of agreements and joint press statements. Right, so if you're just joining us, you are watching the live coverage of the President's ongoing visit to Angola. It's day 2 of her visit, and she'll be holding now a tete-a-tete with her Angolan counterpart and also holding delegation level talks thereafter. Joining us from Luanda for more on the visit is DD India's Akash Popli. Akash, walk us through the ceremonial welcome and what to expect going forward as part of her visit. Akash, if you can hear me, I meant to ask you about the President's engagements in Luanda as we speak. Have the talks begun, and what more can you share with us about the President's engagements there? We'll try to connect with Akash Popli in Luanda in just a bit. He's been covering the President's visit. It's a 4-day visit, the first ever by an Indian head of state to that country. So it has immense symbolic significance as well, besides substantive discussion that will take place just moments from now between the two principals, the presidents of India and Angola. The discussion will cover the entire gamut of bilateral ties, including people-to-people connect, trade and investments, defense and security, and other areas of mutual interest or concern to both countries, India and Angola. We're joined shortly by my colleague Akash Popli, who is covering the visit for us in Luanda, Angola. Akash, can you hear me? Are you with us? I will try to reconnect with him in just a bit. Apologies for the delay. We'll try to fix that link with Akash in Luanda in just a bit. But in the meantime, let me recap the day's engagements, the developments for you. The President has just finished receiving a ceremonial welcome, followed by a guard of honor in Luanda. She will now be heading into talks with the President of Angola. Thereafter, she will also witness the signing of agreements, followed by the joint press statements as well from the two presidents, the two leaders, the presidents of India and Angola. It's day 2 of her visit to Angola, and today, as I mentioned, we'll be looking forward to our engagements with the President of Angola, where they will discuss the entire gamut of bilateral ties, including trade, investment, defense and security, and other matters of interest to both countries. Right, we'll try to connect with Akash, or maybe take a break and then regroup and come back to our viewers with more inputs. But in the meantime, let me quickly recap again for the benefit of viewers joining us. So you're watching the live broadcast of the President's ongoing visit to Angola. It's the first ever by an Indian head of state to that country. And therefore, to that extent, it holds immense symbolic significance as well. Besides, of course, substantive outcomes from our talks in Luanda after the discussions are over in the next couple of hours, before the two break away for a banquet luncheon in Luanda. We'll try to connect with our colleague on the ground, Akash Popli. Maybe we'll connect with him in just a bit, but for now, let's take a break and get back to our viewers when we can. Thank you for watching.